Oh.
My goodness.
I'm so pleased. So, hi everyone.
Okay.
How are you doing? How's it going, boys?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Very well for a boring conversation. Anyway, Dave, we're gonna have company. The beer story this week. This Dave completely just dies.
I am still busy dying over here. Yes,
you're okay. You're all right. You fine?
I'll probably make it through this.
Okay, because I was worried there for a minute. I thought you were going
Okay.
down. I thought you were toast, man.
I think I'll live through this, but once we're done, I'm not guaranteeing anything.
I could be dead by the end of the day. Which crazily enough is probably true. Okay, so hi boys. The beer thing. I messed up the beer thing this week because we agreed last week that we were going to do one beer, and then I stupidly completely just slipped my mind, and I picked another beer I thought would be good. So hopefully that is something that we can all get behind, right, guys?
Yep.
Well, that
I got the new beer. I got the new beer. So
you got the new beer. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I got the one that you emailed us about like a couple days ago.
All right, good. What did you get, Dave? Hopefully you got the same thing.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, good. So the beer this week,
that I'm pleased about it.
I know, is Hoyne's Alpha Acid IPA. I had never heard of this one, or it completely slipped my mind, and I just blocked it from my memory.
I'm kind of wondering if it's on their website as part of their regular rotation, but I don't ever recall seeing this before. I'm kind of wondering if it's new. I mean, did Hoyne never have an IPA before?
It is entirely possible because I thought that
seems like a bad business idea to me.
Well, you could never go wrong with that. So, I thought. Well, honestly, I didn't know what to think with this one because what? Screw it. Let's just drink it.
Yeah, let's dive right in.
I don't get the name. Who gets the name?
The Alpha Acid? I don't know, actually, to be honest.
Ooh,
it smells wonderful.
Oh,
I'm going to do my live pour. Here we go. Pouring. Look at how.
Oh, look at that. Look at the goodness.
Look at the goodness
filling my glass
into the glass.
Oh. Okay, that one.
So far, how is it hitting the noses? The noses are feeling good about this.
Oh, they are.
Noses are appreciated. There's some seriously good head on this one.
That's because you're not a very good pourer.
I did that on purpose. Thank you. I meant to do that.
You poured it poorly on purpose. Peanut Gallery.
Indeed.
You poured.
Here we go.
You have a lap sauce for that Mickey.
So I am going.
Somebody appreciated that. I heard claps.
Oh
wow!
Oh
wow! That's actually wow.
This is okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. If you were to put this side by side with Fat Tug and put a blindfold on me, I don't know that I could tell the difference.
Those are fighting words, man. Those are brave words. So this is what it says on the side of the bottle. Signed by Sean Hoyne, the brewmaster. Alpha Acid, the top dog, the conductor, the master of ceremony, the grand vizier. Of course, we also have Beta Acid. Blah, blah, blah. Bunch of words can't pronounce. And a bunch of other stuff. It's really kind of boring. Basically, science tells us in flavorful chess game of hops what the lab codes don't tell. Wow, I can't read apparently, or this is just
what the lab codes don't tell us is that beer, like art, even graffiti, is often much greater than the sum of its parts.
So basically, they're going after driftwood.
It's war. It's all out war.
It is war. It is
Driftwood
all-
versus Hoyne in a battle royale to the death. Who will be the victor?
Who will be left standing?
I know a Victor.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Wow. Wow.
Everybody just calls him Vic.
Thanks, Dave, for coming out. And on the very day that Conrad Black was given a full pardon from Trump.
What?
All right, whatever. So back to beer. All right, so what's the IBU rating on this puppy?
I don't know. Did you look it up? I would say it's probably on the bottle, which it is. Thank you very much. It is a 650. Or is that
That's
just
the
the bill?
milliliters.
I was hoping someone would notice the hell I was talking about.
Actually, it's not. For an IPA, that is poor. Okay. I mean, if you're going to make an IPA, put on the IBU rating on the darn bottle. Okay. So I'm going on the website here, and there is no IBU rating on the website. So the color is
international
white.
beer units are completely left out again.
Yeah. Yeah.
According to a couple other places that have got reviews on the beer, there's no one seems to know. It's a big mystery.
So if I was just based on the flavor, if I was and comparing it to other beers, I'd probably put in the neighborhood of 60. But I don't know.
My taste buds would agree.
I was gonna say it's around a jillion.
A jillion?
Jillian?
I don't know. That seems a little bit high. I mean, maybe a zillion or something like that.
Yeah.
Assuming a zillion is less than a cajillion.
No, it's not a ka. It's just a jillion.
Right.
A jillion.
Oh, just a jillion?
You just a
Just
jillion.
a minor jillion.
I dated Jillian once.
Did you?
No.
Yeah, I dated her sister, Gudjillian.
All right.
Only the best quality beer comedy here on the Crafty Boys.
Yes. We amuse ourselves
Just
endlessly.
So,
All right.
what's
I think I'm going to give this one a big time thumbs up.
yeah, I gotta say this is in the territory.
Okay, so now I said something bold that if you were to put this and Fat Tug next to each other and blindfold me and I was to drink them both, I wouldn't be able to tell which is which. Now
Okay.
that is a bold thing for me to say, basically because I don't have a Fat Tug here to put next to it and actually try it out.
I enjoyed a Fat Tug last night,
okay.
and
You mean the beer?
I believe that my taste buds are confused. They feel as though they've been tricked. I would say probably the biggest difference between the two is that Fat Tug has a sharper taste on it, like a sharper finish. Like when you first take the liquid into your mouth, Fat Tug kind of punches you. You know, he pulls pulls an Eddie Munster. What the hell? He pulls a Eddie Munster. Perfect. I don't know what the hell that means at all, but there you go. Lando Calrissian, where the actor who plays Lando Calrissian was a shill for a beer called Colt 45. And
that's right, he was.
And there was always that sort of, off the chin kind of thing, like Colt 45, the cold coction to the whatever the hell the commercial was. Basically, it was saying that if you drank this beer, you get punched in the face randomly by a stranger, I guess. I don't know. But that's kind of what I feel about Fat Tug compared to this one, where you get that hop flavor like really hard just as you're going in. This one though, but the aftertaste, the sort of the lingering sort of hop flavor, is identical to my brain. But yes, I guess that means we're gonna have to buy more of this beer and do a Fat Tug versus Alpha Acid and see who comes out on top next week on the Crafty Boys. It's just and the Crafty Boys are throwing down the gauntlet between Alpha Acid by Hoyne Brewing and Driftwood Brewing's king of all IPAs, the Fat Tug.
You heard it here first, folks. On Movie Tone News, the March of War.
I heard booby tone. Whatever the hell I just tried to say. So, oh my gosh. I gotta say, I give the final verdict for me, thumbs up on this one. What about you, Dave?
Oh, totally. Thumbs up. Dave, tell us what you think. Give us your thumbs up on this.
If you don't, we're gonna fly there tonight
It's
and
like-
beat the crap out of you.
This is good. Yes or yes? Right.
Okay, Dave, tell us what you
Give us your unbridled opinion, and it's gonna be
Well,
yes.
It's despite myself, I am not minding this.
Oh,
Actually,
oh,
I-
hey, Mikey, he likes it.
but I wouldn't go out and get this for myself generally, just because it is an IPA. But I'm not minding it at all. It's actually, I think you guys have ruined my taste buds, and so
Ruined.
this
You mean made better.
yeah, it's not which is it's kind of amazing to me because it's not like I've been drinking IPAs steady for the last 3 years, 5 years, whatever it's been. So I wouldn't have expected to get really used to them, but obviously there's been some getting used to here.
Mhm.
And so I don't mind this. I'm not finding it as I'm not even sure what the word is. Basically hard to drink,
Right.
as I would have in the past. Now, having said that, I think when we had the Fat Tug, I was pleasantly surprised. I remember actually fully enjoying that one.
Hmm.
So it would be kind of interesting to try it once again and see how it stacks up.
Yeah.
Particularly because of the way Shane's describing it, because it sounds like it just wants to come up behind you and cold cock you. But this one is, at least what I'm getting from Shane, is it's more mellow. It will stand face to face with you and tell you before it punches you in the face.
Right.
So
It punches you in the face, but it says please first.
Please, sir, can I punch you in the face?
this is going to hurt me more than
indubitably.
it's going to hurt you. That's the kind of,
Right.
mhm.
That was
Yes.
really dark, Dave. Thanks for that.
So I think we've got 3 thumbs up in this.
We
3
do.
thumbs.
We totally do. Which I think is actually quite rare for us. I mean,
Dave usually poo-poos everything.
Yeah, what a jerk.
That isn't a Radler.
I know, right?
What a wiener.
I
That's
know,
it,
right?
Dave.
That's my Fat Tug, bitches.
I am good.
Right there.
Don't make me come there and take your pants down in front of this audience.
You would have not to fucking find me.
Oh my goodness.
That's true. So there's some really cool news and some really sad news this week.
Oh no.
For us beer drinking nerds. Patrick Stewart's new Jean-Luc Picard Star Trek TV show announced today of its title. The title is Star Trek Picard.
Oh.
Wow. So what's the premise? Because that sounds really weird.
It's 25 years later, and they follow the adventures of Picard 25 years later.
Is
I
he
don't know
like
I don't know anything about anything
is
else.
he like senile working on his vineyard? Because that's probably what it should be.
Well, according to lore from the original show, then he should be working his vineyard, doing all the things that Picard would do at his vineyard. But again, they kind of wrecked that with Star Trek Generations, where out of bloody nowhere, Picard gets a message saying that his brother and his nephew had burned to death in a fire.
Oh, that's right.
And here's the thing that I always wondered about that is it's well established in the Star Trek canon that you will have a the globe has a weather control system. So if a big storm is about to go and do a lot of damage, some sort of magic comes along and dissipates the weather event.
I think that's Harry Potter.
No. This I've forgotten where this was from. It was in TNG somewhere.
All right.
Oh, I know. It was in it was a Star Trek episode where the parents of somebody were killed by a storm that was a tornado specifically that was created. They found out later was created by an alien race. I don't remember what show that was in. What show was that in?
Was that the one where Data had befriended that girl named Sharjenka or something on a planet somewhere?
It's possible. I don't remember. I'm trying to recall if it was TNG or if it was wouldn't have been Voyager. Was it maybe Enterprise? No, it wasn't Enterprise. It's got to be TNG. I don't know, but I remember distinctly there was an episode.
I remember that.
Yeah, where somebody was like murdered on Earth by this storm, and one of the things that was said, which it might have been said by Picard, but I'm not sure, was whether or not the how come the weather, whatever the hell system, didn't stop the tornado from forming, and yeah, so there you go. So I'm kind of excited by this. I really like stuff that is, when you read a novel and then a sequel comes along years later. I like that kind of stuff because then you get to see what a character is going to do or is doing sometime later, and it's not necessarily forced, where there's sometimes you see it's like the writers are like, okay, well, we got to do the sequel, so I don't know, he's a dirt farmer on Tatooine, we'll just change the name Tatooine to like Billion Zuga 5, and the characters are doing something else that's similar to what they did before. I don't know, I like this kind of stuff. What do you guys think?
Yeah. I'm interested in how it's going to tie in with Discovery. I know you guys haven't been keeping up with Discovery.
I have not.
So Discovery, at the end of the second season, you kind of have to watch the whole season to kind of get it. And I don't want to give anything away, but Discovery originally took place before the Kirk Spock Enterprise, kind of thing. So it was a few years before that.
Right.
At the end of the second season, they, by choice, had to go 950 years into the future. So season 3 will start with Discovery being that far advanced.
Wow.
And they explained why Discovery and all those characters are never mentioned in any of the previous Star Trek series. It's actually treason. You can actually be charged with treason by even uttering their names. So they're now in the future, and I can see them finding a way to tie in the Picard show somehow with Discovery.
So you're obviously still digging Discovery if you're following it still.
Discovery has improved a lot in the second season. About the halfway point of the second season, it really improved.
Well, I was digging it from the start, really. Actually, I watched the pilot, and it knocked my socks off. I thought it was probably the coolest pilot I've ever seen.
I thought it
Really?
sucked, but
Really?
whatever. Yeah, I did.
You were all about the Klingons, weren't you?
I hated the Klingons.
Yeah, that's I
Hated
don't know
them.
why, but some people just can't get into them. I didn't have a beef with them, so I guess maybe that's why I was okay, with the pilot. Actually, I was more than okay. Like I said, I thought it was freaking awesome.
Mm.
But I have stopped watching because I can't get my hands on it anymore because it's only what the hell is it on, like freaking Disney Channel or
Yeah.
something? I don't
Well,
know.
it's on Space. If you have Space Channel.
Mm.
But
you
anyway,
can watch Discovery on Space.
but you can and you actually if you subscribe to Space, you can actually watch them directly on the space.com or .ca website. But at any rate, if you do get a chance, I would highly recommend start watching season 2. It does have the original Enterprise in it with Captain Christopher Pike and Spock and all those guys, and with number one,
Nice.
the original female first officer. She's on the crew,
wow.
actually played by Rebecca Romaine, and
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I actually that's a good choice because she would look very much like Majel
Yeah.
Barrett from back then. Yeah, that's
so
cool.
it was actually really good, and the original Enterprise bridge, it looks the same but updated. It's sort of like, it doesn't look like the campy sort of cardboard sets and everything.
Right.
It's got like actual computer screens and everything. So it's really cool. I highly recommend you guys watch season 2 of Discovery.
That's cool.
Cool. Have you, in a sort of similar vein, oh shit, what is it? It's the comedy Star Trek.
Oh, the Orville.
Orville, thank you. Have you
I
been
have
following
not
that?
watched it. I really want to watch it, but I haven't watched it. I just haven't caught it.
Oh,
I've watched a couple, maybe I think 3 episodes of the first season. It's funny as hell and kind of amazing. I gather later
I
on in the
loved
first
it.
season and especially into the beginning of the second season, it gets really it's not a comedy anymore. It's apparently it morphs. I don't know when it does morph. It still has this sort of really out there kind of things in it. Like I watched up until one of the characters laid an egg.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a character who's kind of like a Klingon hybrid with, I don't know,
Yes, he's
another
all
race.
blue.
And they talk about how that particular species is all male, and that eventually they lay an egg, and like a big egg. So that happens early in the first season or so, but I don't know what happens after that, so don't spoil it. But apparently the show actually becomes more like a serious-ish Star Trek. It's like Seth MacFarlane was given the go ahead to make Star Trek. We just can't call it Star Trek, and he's got his sense of humor. So there's all these kind of ludicrous things that go on. So
It's so good, man. It's so good.
yeah, that's what I've been hearing from people that have actually been watching it regularly. So
It's kind of funny when you're talking about that alien race that the males lay an egg. It's like, it almost like they should go like nanu nanu,
well, you never know. Maybe they do. I'm kind of excited by that. I really want to see that one. The other piece of news that's that you're saying Nanu actually made me think of it was Tim Conway,
Yes.
the comedy god, that we all sort of like. I'm hoping you got to know him on the Carol Burnett show. Passed away this week, and he was hella old. He was like 92 or something.
85, but who's
Was he only 85? Oh, okay. Why did I think? I don't know. I thought it was.
He was suffering from dementia and succumbed to it. But I mean, nobody can take away everything that he did on Carol Burnett and other things. He was in SpongeBob too, I believe. He played Barnacle Boy. Did the voice of Barnacle Boy? I'm pretty sure. Can you look that up?
I again have only watched your.
Can you look that up just to confirm that? I'm saying this having heard Barnacle Boy.
Tim Conway, comedian and voice of Barnacle Bob, Barnacle Boy on SpongeBob, passed away.
Yeah.
Well,
I actually didn't realize. I've only watched SpongeBob that one time at your place, and I've never watched it since.
Oh,
and you were watching. We watched an episode where something basically everyone was getting high for no particular reason.
What?
I don't honestly. I don't recall. I don't remember off the top of my head.
So in SpongeBob's world, there is, how we had Batman and Robin from the 1960s, right? The campy version, okay? But when you watch the show now, you may be big fans of it, but then you go and meet Batman and Robin. It's, Adam West and whoever, and they're like old or dead now. So that's basically what Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy is in SpongeBob world. It's sort of like, the campy 1960s. When they were young, they were superheroes, but now they're old. And SpongeBob and sometimes runs into them and it's like, hey, come on, let's go solve crimes. And it's like, Mermaid Man who is voiced by Ernest Borgnine is old. Like he's a shell of his former self. He's got a walker and everything. He's like, let's go fight crime. And Barnacle Boy is his young ward, who is voiced by Tim Conway. And it was those episodes were really great.
That is brilliant because that to me is it is priceless because I remember reading. Have you ever read The Dark Knight Returns? Where essentially that's what it's called, Dave, right? Because you of all people would know.
Well, there is a Dark Knight Returns, yes.
Where Bruce Wayne is like 900 years old and facing his mortality, just natural mortality of I'm getting old. But then he decides to he basically comes back. He's like, oh God, there's these horrible, robotic jackasses that are terrorizing Gotham and killing people. So he puts the mantle back on and he goes out and kicks some ass. Was that the one where he kills the Joker? Can't remember. No, that was the Killing Joke. Anyway, not important. Not important at all. But so that was that was kind of a downer when I heard that he had passed away because I then of course saw a bunch of people posting YouTube videos of different different Jennifer Connelly. Oh my God, what is wrong with my brain? Holy cow!
Tim Conway things from
Carol was going to say Carol from Carol Burnett's show, and I was about to say Jennifer Connelly.
Well, there was more than just that. Like he also did Dorf and
the Dorf on golf and the Dorf on this. Yeah, he did that for a long time.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite, of course, which I think I saw people posting the most often, was the one where he and who's the other actor on Carol Burnett?
Harvey Korman.
Harvey Korman were playing Nazis.
Yes.
And Hitler was in the sketch, but he was actually just a puppet.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be horrible if the Fuhrer was here? And then he reaches into his jacket and pulls out a little tiny Hitler puppet. Hello, American scumdog, or whatever the hell the line was. But that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Comedy genius back in the day.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm out of beer. That went down really well.
Uh-huh.
Thank you, Hoyne, for
indeed
proving to us that drinking beer on a Wednesday night is a good idea. Actually, it startled me. But yeah, so I don't know. Anything else you guys had on your mind? Stuff that you were thinking about, or
No.
No,
don't
probably at our half hour
don't
mark,
all
right?
you jump in at once
Don't all y'all.
as my peanut gallery blows her brains all over the floor. But I'm gonna give it up for Hoyne. This is probably, as you were saying earlier, Alan, this is the only beer that has come even close to what Fat Tug.
I don't know if it's the only one that's come close, but
No,
come,
but to the
it's
point,
come close.
we've had, yes, but the other beers, you know, they're hoppy or they're too hoppy or whatever. But it's that the thing that I don't know, the thing that Fat Tug does that's when you consume its delectableness, there's just something about it that you can't quite. It's a balance of that hoppiness and the malt, and and everything else. It's like they've just like just throw as many hops in. We never got. And which is fine, go right ahead. But the problem is, eventually, is that you're going to realize that the hoppiness is not quite what Fat Tug is. And I think this one, you're right, has come the closest, but so close. Like we're talking.
Like,
Did they just like buy a whole bunch of Fat Tug kegs and put it in bottles and resell it? Like that's pretty damn close. So I give it up for Hoyne for making this beer a very welcome surprise, because next week the beer we're going to be doing, it might suck, but maybe not. You never know. We've had it before, but we don't remember it, so we're gonna try it.
What?
The one we were talking about before, the one I forgot about last week, and pick this one instead. Yeah. Although I have to admit, I am not sorry for picking this beer.
No, me neither. Me neither.
At all. Suck it, Dave. So in your face. But thank you all for watching it. Of course, spread the word. We are attempting also to stream our show on the twitch.tv platform. If you go to twitch.tv/ the Crafty Boys podcast, I think is what we're calling it. If you like that platform and maybe you're not a YouTube lover, then by all means head on over there. We of course like to talk to you as we yabber about our sad, pathetic little lives. But you know,
way to sell it.
but bite us for being ourselves. Yeah, Dave. You know, we're gonna send him. We're gonna send him to your home, and he's gonna force you to hit the subscribe button, and he's gonna force you to hit the little tiny bell, and then he is going to make sure that you tell 5 of your closest friends about how awesome our show is. So there you go. And as always, Alan, take us out.